Okay, welcome. I want to show you why I haven't done a video in the last 2 weeks. Inside my YouTube channel, several things have happened. The changes in SEO are happening fairly quickly now. There was an update in March 2026, April, May, and June. And these changes makes SEO completely different from what it was prior to this March update and the following months. And so what I've done, what I've been working on is a new silo way of doing SEO based on all these updates. I want to explain first, I'm involved in a lot of groups with people that spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on data. So I'm in these groups so I can get quick data instead of me having to spend the money, because that's what they do. These other groups that are real high in SEO, some of the top people in the world, have a division where they grab all the data from the updates from Google or the updates from whatever search engine, and they look at that very closely, spend a lot of money. And so that data is shared, not it is shared with the group, right? With the people that are in these high paying groups. So that helps me get ahead of the curve a little bit. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that we're doing here so you understand what the changes are. And my videos moving forward are going to be more in tune with how I'm going to start building sites in 2026 and above. When I say sites, websites, we have two ways of doing it. If you have an existing site that, let's say it's ranking fairly well, you would use my version 2 of Street-Level SEO Pros. If you're not ranking that and you want this thing I'm about to show you, that would be version 3. And so I'm going to show you the two differences real quick, and I'm going to show you why we're changing and why I'm rebuilding my entire website at Top Click Joe so I can test this new theory, which I don't believe is theory. I've showed it to people, some of the top people in the world. They all agree this could be some of the best SEO anywhere, but you be the judge of that. And let me show you what I mean. Let me just share my screen first and show you what I've been doing. So this is Perplexity with Computer. Now, I've been working in Perplexity for quite a while. When they got Computer, it's a few months back, I actually upgraded for Computer. When you look down here on the right side where it says 101,148.33, that's how many credits I've used building out basically 206 pages so far. So you convert that to money, that's like $1,011.48, something like that. But let me back up a little, because in that $1,000, I've also built my prompts that I'm using for my students. So I built generic prompts that they can use inside my school group, and I put them in a bot and built a bot agent I have 10 of them for all the different things that we do. But this is an upgrade of the bots. This is all my stuff in here with a lot of rules. So creating the rules might have cost 30,000 of these credits, okay? So I might go through, by the time I get done building my website, this is 2 silos. I have 4, excuse me. So probably around 400 pages I'll have when I'm done with this. So this is 206 pages I created over the weekend. And when I say that, let me just show you what I mean now. So over here all right, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to Top Click Joe Built Pages. These right here, when you go here, these are all my prompts. Anyway, I'm going to go to Top Click Joe Built Pages, and I have different things. So I'm going to share a graph with you because I think it's going to help you understand this a little bit better. So let me go find the graph. There it is right here. Let me pull this graph over here so you understand what I'm talking about. This is the PowerLink matrix architecture. So I invented the PowerLink matrix, and I invented it based on everything I know from SEO, owning several service businesses for 27 years. I did my own SEO, my own marketing, and also from what I've learned since I opened my ad agency. It's been 10 years and a month now ago, okay? And so I've learned so much doing all this and owning my own service businesses. I have a unique perspective on things because of owning like water damage, fire, mold, roofing, carpet cleaning, those types of things I owned. So I have a unique perspective on how things work because I was actually boots on the ground. I had to pay payroll. I had to worry about those slow months. What am I going to do? All that kind of stuff, just like you might be wondering and thinking about yourself. Okay. So I went through all that for nearly 3 decades, and then I started this. And by the way, my ad agency was supposed to be a hobby. I'm an entrepreneur. I love helping people. So I started it out. In the very beginning, it was helping starving carpet cleaners. Now we're way beyond that with a lot of clients and a lot of employees that work at Top Click Joe. I'm very proud of what we've built here. I didn't build this by myself. I have a large team of experts. There's no way one person could have done what we're doing today. But I love teaching this also. That's why I have a school group that I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so this is what it looks like. When I say I built 209 pages, I have a home page. So there's only one home page. This is a silo. And when you think about it, we start with our Paralink matrix that basically links to everything below. So then I built my category page that mirrors my Google Business Profile. These are the services under this category, Internet Marketing Service. These are the category city pages. This is something nobody's doing, but the category is Internet Marketing Service plus the word Fort Collins is what category city means. I only build category city pages for my service area that has more than 50,000 population. As you can see down here, these are 4 of them. Fort Collins has 171,000, Greeley 116, Longmont 103,000, Loveland being my lowest 82.5. Okay, so anything under 50, I don't build these pages right here. So, but I built these 4 out of my 20. I have a total of 20. Then I built my location pages, including these 4. Remember, this might also be a location, but it's a location about Internet Marketing Service. My regular locations are linking to the Power Link. So when they link here, when they link up to my Power Link matrix at the top, when they link there, all of a sudden it knows everything. It's going after all of this. So, but we teach all this in the school group. Anyway, so my 209 pages came from this silo and Website Designer. I chose Website Designer second because we love building websites and I wanted that on my new site. So I'm building a brand new site from scratch. So I just wanted to show you this. And these are the helper pages. Like people also ask, neighborhood pages, and then points of interest. Those are the 3. So now if I go here, what we built, this is what it looks like. So I have all my master prompts built in to my Perplexity computers. I have a place where I keep all this so it knows all this and I make it read it when we create things. I do have a bunch of bots that I've created. I created the bots out of this, but using my bots would take, to do 209 pages, probably a month, because you're doing one at a time. I can do 100 pages at a time in Perplexity. As soon as I get it honed in a little bit more, I'll be able to do stuff. I'll be able to have it running in the cloud over the weekend, have a whole website built. But it took thousands and thousands of dollars in the last 4 years of studying AI and everything I know about SEO and all the groups I'm in that I spend thousands a month on to bring you all of this to my YouTube group. And my school group is $27 a month. I'm not trying to sell you that. We go in depth teaching you our system. Okay. So I want you to see where we're heading. And I shifted gears a couple of weeks ago. And because I started learning that I was going to be taking my version 3 and updating existing websites. And I learned that's going to be an impossibility because sites right now, the way people build sites is nowhere near how this is being built, what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm teaching in my group. But so I have all these folders inside my Google Drive, right? So Internet Marketing Service is one of my categories. If we look at it again, Internet Marketing Service is the very top right here. So I built 203 pages on this. So how that looks, if I go in there, so if you ever do it, I have all the different types of pages that are on that graph you just saw. Category city page, category page that mirrors my Internet Marketing Service, my home page, my location pages, my neighborhood helper pages, my people also ask, helper pages, my point of interest helper pages, my power link matrix, and my service pages. Retrofit links, all that is when we're done with the whole website, I will take this bot that I built, this system, and it will make sure all the links are linking properly based on all the instructions it already has from what I've done over the last month or so, building out these prompts and building my bot. So it knows how it needs a link. I built this just so that would happen. So when you're building websites now, and if you're moving into the future, I will be giving you ideas of how I build it in version 3. Just know version 3 that I just showed you, you cannot really put it on an existing site because there's too many changes you would have to make and it wouldn't be the same site anyway. And here's a question I want to make sure you understand. I have my website, Talk with Joe, never really ranked well. I just started working on it a few months ago because I'm teaching classes how to rank locally because my clients are worldwide. I don't need to rank locally, but now I do. So I decided I'm building a brand new site. So what I'm going to do after the site's built, I'm going to 301 direct all the juice from my original site. All my backlinks will be forced into my new site, and then I'll go live with this new structure and we'll see what happens. But when you go in here and you start looking at the kind of quality that is built, like there's a blog, I build keyword clusters first. So if you're ever thinking about using AI for building your pages, things like that, you need to teach it to build your keyword cluster first, and you need to give it a purpose like I have here, right? There's all these different things where we got Wikipedia, outbound links. Fort Collins is Larimer County's largest city, and the fourth most populous city in Colorado, right where I live right now. There's 170, but really 171. And so this tells us what it is. As you go through you're going to see that there is a reason for all the keywords are being used. We're showing notes, we're showing the intent, what the keyword is, what it means, what this means, and so you can read. So my team goes in and reads this, and then after they read this, they know when they go into the actual page that we built. Hold on, I'm on the keyword cluster again. Hold on. Wrong one. When we build it, it's just a rough draft. So this is a rough draft. This is a right linking structure. Okay. How we do it. This is a category city page, and it writes about the city and the category. And it even has a schema code like it should for my team. So as I go through this, as I do all this, I go through this is for internet marketing service. As I go back in, I have location pages. I have 20 locations. Like I showed you, these are all pages that we built. I can go anywhere like the Greeley, and I have the keywords, and I have the actual page that my team has to look at. So they go through it, they leave notes, and then I won't go through all that right now, but all of this is built very precisely to work. So basically all I'm doing is following the directions on this. That's all I'm doing. And I'm building out my pages, and I'm building out my helper pages. So by the time I'm done, I have a whole silo built. Like I've already got both of these silos right here. I've already got them both. They're already built. As you can see right here. Hold on, let me get rid of this one. As you can see, this one's already built. Website designer's already built. So if I go through, all these pages, you would see they're all built, like points of interest. These are my 4 big cities. Every one of them has 5 points of interest. Each one is pointing to a different part of the silo, okay? Oh no, this is locations. These are all going towards locations. So I have them in here, and I have them for each place. If you've ever been to Fort Collins, you'll understand CSU is very prominent in our city. It increases our population by close to 40,000 every year when school starts. That's a lot of teenagers coming into town, okay? So anyway, and young adults. So that's what we do here, right? So when you build it, and if you're going to build it out, I wanted to show you that you would also, here's my WordPress designer one. Everything's built in here. It's all in there. So my team now will take all these pages and they'll start building it out. All right, so let me come back. So let me recap. I have a couple of versions in the back end of Skool. I'll show you that in a second. I have version 2 and version 3. I decided version 3 you cannot use on existing sites. It won't work. There's too much involved in the way it works. I want very clean white hat linking system SEO. I want it to be perfect. So I'm building it from the ground up perfectly. Our version 2 doesn't have PowerLink Matrix because that's what the whole structure is built around, this PowerLink Matrix concept that I created at Top Click Joe to work perfectly. So if we're using an existing site, we're using pillars, pillar pages, things like that. We can fix websites that are existing to rank much better. I don't know yet about version 3 because my site's not built. I'll be the first guinea pig. We're going to test it out. But the consensus, everybody that's looked at this is the real deal. Look, I will have my graph in here so you can take a look at it. I'll have a link to my Skool group if you're excited about learning more about this and going real in depth, right? $27 a month is nothing for what I'm teaching. So if you're in my Skool group, this is a new version 3 right here. This is version 3. Today is 7/7/2026. I did a new video for my team, for my students, because things are changing rapidly. They need to understand what we're doing here. But we have a whole training right here that's completed. It's been completed. This is the version 2 that you would get into and do it if you have an existing site. If you're thinking of building a new site because it's not, your old site's not ranking very well, this is what you would get into. We have local, how to build pillar pages. We have everything, Google Business Profile, domination. We teach you everything you need to know about Google Business Profile. We have a Q&A. We're up to 15 weeks now in there. And then we also have all my bots. You get to use all the bots. Now I'm rebuilding bots in this version. That's why if you go into one of the classes, hold on one second. You can see I have a bot for category service. You can see I have a bot. I haven't built this one yet. You can see I have a bot for the PowerLink Matrix for my students. All the G means is generic because many different types of businesses are in here. So I had to make it generic so it works for everybody. It's basically answering the questions about your business and it builds the pages for you. What I did in Perplexity is my bots on steroids. I took all my prompts, I updated them a little bit, and I made it read those, and that's how we're building really quick there. But it does cost money. It costs a lot of credits. So if you're broke, you're not going to want to do that, of course, because it's going to cost you too much money. You'll just want to use the bots, get away with $20 a month easily. Okay? Thank you. Now, my following videos are going to be mostly about version 3 because I believe that's where SEO is heading in the future. And I believe that if you stick with us and you come to my YouTube channel, you're going to learn quite a bit. But if you want to get really ahead, $27, you can't even go to Starbucks for $27 anymore for 2 people. And that's per month. And the price will never go up as long as you get in when it's that price. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you soon. See you in the next video. I'm going to start producing videos showing you what this means and what these pages look like and how you should be building your own pages if you're going to do it yourself from just YouTube. All right. Thank you.